We were talking before the show. We were talking, Jim. We were talking about how 7 weeks in, what could we do to talk about the NFL? And we're like, okay, 7 weeks in, which team do you think is going to wind up as the 7th seed at the end of the season? Because we're already seeing in the NFC East 2 teams that have records that would be leading other divisions. Not in first place, because that's where the lone remaining undefeated team entering week 8 through 7 weeks resides. So that means, barring a complete collapse, 2 spots are going to be taken in the playoffs by a second and third place team in one division. Can things change? Of course. I'm just talking about right now after 7 weeks. And then you look in the AFC, it's kind of wide open. When you look at the team in the best position for the wild card are my Jets, and they've won 4 in a row, the last 3, in which Zach Wilson hasn't thrown a single touchdown pass. So you got to wonder how sustainable that is, certainly since they have now lost Breece Hall and they've lost Elijah Vera Tucker. So they lost their, by the way, best running back and best offensive lineman just like that. They did pick up James Robinson, and I love that aggressive maneuver by Joe Douglas. They went ahead, boom, right away. And don't wait for the trade deadline to hit next Tuesday. Get him now, get him up to speed, and throw him at Belichick, whose defense just gave up 243 rush yards. Go for it. But how sustainable is it for the Jets? I need NFL Films music, Mike Del Tufo. Through 7 weeks, Chris Brockman, I need a 7 seed from you, and I need a 7 seed from you in the AFC and the NFC, and we have an actual drop for this sort of thing.
No way.
Yeah, we haven't done this segment in a while. Let's crystal ball it.
Hey.
You know, I tell you, I don't have a crystal ball. I have no idea.
That's
Zimmer?
it. Great drop.
That was Mike Zimmer, right?
How is
like it.
Yeah. By the way, great music, too.
Well done. I'm about it.
We have a crystal ball.
Let's go.
The only one in the NFL. We have it here. I think we need to go on Amazon and order one.
I'm going to get one, Rich.
Thank you, Mike.
I will get
Are you on the crystal ball front then?
I'm on the crystal ball. I will get the crystal
And
ball.
what you should do, you go to HR.
Yes.
And then
Accounts receivable?
yes.
Yeah,
Go
petty
to
cat.
I'll find out where
bring the
it's-
receipt and you'll get
TJ's
reimbursed.
definitely not accounts receivable because Brockman didn't pay him money.
I'll take care of
Okay, very
We
good.
got to figure out who it is.
I'm head of
You're
HR.
First. The head of HR. You're first. I need a
Oh,
7
I'm
seed.
first.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
first.
first. Yeah, you're first. 7 seed for
great.
the AFC. 7 seed in the NFC. You go.
All right, I'll start in the NFC, Rich. I actually think there's not going to be a lot of shakeup. So the Rams are your current 7 seed,
Yes.
but I think they're out. All 6 teams above them, I think, make the playoffs. I like San Francisco to leap up, but win the division. So my 7th seed are going to be the Seattle Seahawks.
Dude, you think Kyle Shanahan should get the can? Like, you think his
I
hot
do.
seat should be
I
hot?
do.
You don't believe in him, and you think he's going to win the division?
I think in spite of him,
Oh.
they
Wow.
are going to win the division.
Okay, and so the Seahawks wind
They
up
have too
your
much
7
talent,
seed.
and San Francisco's really banged up on D right now. So I think when they eventually get healthy, they're going to end up
So
overtaking
Pete makes the
Seattle.
playoffs.
So Pete's going to end up making the playoffs, I think.
Okay.
They're not going to ask Geno to win games, but Kenneth Walker is the real deal. So I think he's going to be in
Okay.
that area. Now in the AFC, I think there's going to be a lot of shakeup here. Cincinnati's currently out, but I do think they win the North. But Baltimore's also good, so I think they're good enough to be a wild card. Looking at the schedules of the remaining teams, I don't think the Jets' success is sustainable, and I don't think the Chargers, your current 7 seed, is sustainable either. They have a really tough schedule. I think Miami stays in. They're a playoff team. But I'm going to stick to my guns. I actually like the move Indianapolis is making, going to Sam Ellinger.
Wow.
I think he can unlock that offense in ways that Matt Ryan couldn't. And I think they sneak in. I'm going Colts, 7 seed.
Look at you. Okay. So your 7 seed, you believe, when it's all said and done, making the call after week 7. Seahawks, NFC, Colts, AFC.
That's what I'm saying.
TJ, you're up now. You're on the clock.
You know, just looking at this, man, this was kind of hard to come up with, but I'm looking at the team right now that's currently 3-4, and it's not looking good. But they've got a guy at the helm who I've just seen work magic and do wonders year after year and time after time. And personally, I'm not ready to read him his last rites yet. So I figure they're going to get at least 5 more wins this year. Maybe 6. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers.
So you're taking Aaron Rodgers as the 7th seed in the NFC when it's all said and done.
I kind of how can we write this guy off, man? No matter how bad they're looking right now, and no matter, I mean, look, Brockman and I could probably at least have 2-3 catches in that wide receiver core, but I can't write this dude off. I've seen him do too much.
I got you. Okay, what else you got?
And now in the AFC, again, this was tough, but you know what? There's a team that this show was really high on. Oh, let me just say someone in particular on this show was really high on the entire preseason. It's not going that well for them right now, but I'm looking at the team. There's talent there. I think they're going to get it turned around. I'm going to go with the Raiders.
All right. Wow. TJ's NFL AFC 7th seed prediction. Okay.
Wow.
And I don't even know why. I just got to. Sometimes head or gut. You got to reach down in your gut and go with what your gut says.
Put a pin in it. Put a pin in it, TJ. Put a pin in it. I'll tell you why. Here are my 7 seeds. I'm sticking with the Rams. Your current 7th seed.
Oh, really?
I still can't quit this team. I will not quit this team, and I believe something's going to happen in the next week. I don't have any insight. Les Snead doesn't just sit on his hands when he has an opportunity to try and win something, and I think deep down, they still feel like they can win something, and they were in on McCaffrey.
They had a better offer.
They were in on McCaffrey, and I think that they're not going to sleep on what they can do over the next week. And they may even lose to the 49ers this week, and I still believe in this team. They're the defending champs. There's still some right stuff that's there on every level. They just got to get healthier up front and stop having offensive linemen carted off, man. And I am genuinely concerned about the Packers and their ability to get that 7th seed. And then in the AFC, you stole my thunder, TJ, but that is just fine. Because the autumn wind is indeed a pirate.
Okay.
And because they are 2-4 right now, I'm still seeing the stuff that I thought resided in them to cause me to choose them to win the division. That ship has now sailed, okay? That pirate ship is now completely sailed. I don't know how many mea culpas to my buddy Stone Street and Kansas City fans I can make. That's done. They're not catching Kansas City.
No, barring
but what I'm
tragedy.
seeing, I didn't even see Josh Jacobs turning into Emmitt Smith in front of my eyes. I didn't see that one.
No.
I didn't see him turning into Zeke of prime Zeke.
I was ready to write him off.
He has been dynamite. And we haven't even seen Darren Waller yet. I assume he still plays football in the manner that caused him to be generationally paid.
I hope so.
And I believe it. I believe in this team. I don't know why they're sending Jonathan Hankins to the Cowboys out of nowhere. Like they got defensive tackles that they could just give away.
Thank you, though.
I don't know what the hell that's all about. Not terribly pleased to hear that, but they must have their own reason. They must know their own depth chart.
Personally, though.
Well, I mean, it definitely does affect an ability to make a playoff run from 2-4, which they currently are. So, yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it. And my Jets, all they got to do is go 500, pal, for the rest of the way. Just go 5-5, and that's a 10-win season, and that should be enough to make these playoffs.
Tough schedule.
And I don't believe in the Chargers. I need to see a little bit more out of them.
They have a tough schedule, too.
So those are my 7 seeds. Good stuff, gents.
I like it.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.